Explore the city of brotherly love with DION waiters.
How you doing?
Nice
seeing you again,
too, man. Appreciate it. I used to live right directly across the street. I come out here and shoot every day.
He overcame adversity.
It was a rough neighborhood.
Man, my mom was walking this way, the bullets flying past our head. You heard like, psh, psh. You never know, what a person is really going through.
And used basketball as his way out.
I was like, man, I'm gonna go try to just play basketball. After that, I just never looked back.
The guys on the team looked up to him because he was such a good player.
Great spin by Waiters, and he put it in.
He now thrives on the biggest stage.
He needed us, we needed him.
I said, I'm gonna just bet on myself and double down.
Waiters, 3 for the win. Got it! Oh, Waiters!
But never forgets where he came from.
It always humbles you, being able to sit back, like, look how far we came. I want to be the motivation to my city, to my family.
Inside the Heat, DION waiters.
Oh, look at the spin! Kaboom!
There it is. Welcome to Inside the Heat. I'm your host, Jason Jackson. On this episode, we travel home with one of Philly's finest. For Miami Heat guard DION Waiters, his home city of Philadelphia embodies who he is on the court and off the court. DION takes us through the neighborhood he grew up in and shows us the courts that made him the basketball star he is today.
I grew up in South Philadelphia, 19 with Carpenter.
He was born the day my grandmother passed away. So basically I'm thinking like she sent me my angel. She taught me how to be strong, independent, and everything. So that's the one thing I always told my kids.
Right here we at the school I attended when I was a kid growing up, from kindergarten through 5th grade, E.M. Stanton. This is where it all started for me. Everything I did from a kid, it all started here. It's just so funny, to come back and just to still see it still look the same. I didn't realize it was this small growing up. When I was a kid, I thought it used to be like so huge.
Right across the street from where we lived at, it was a school, it was a basketball court. You had to hop the fence to get there. He used to always be on that court playing ball.
You know what's so crazy, right? I used to live right directly across the street. I used to get up every day, and I come out here and shoot every day. Sometimes I used to get up without even washing my face, brushing my teeth as a kid, just come right outside, jump over the gate. I just play basketball all day. I got my first bucket right here. Besides like the Fisher-Price courts, growing up as a kid, I got all my buckets right here. And then I got a little older, I wanted that competition now. I wanted to start playing with the older kids, the bigger kids, to try to prove myself.
I used to take him to the bigger kids and let him play with the bigger kids. Because they always like, he's too little. He can play with y'all. He's gonna shoot over you.
He was like 5 or 6. And I'm trying to tell him to go over to the monkey bars. I said, go over to the monkey bars with the kids. But he wanted to stay on the court with us and play 21. And he actually won the game.
Next to my school was the YMCA, where pretty much I spent most of my time at also. If I wanted to get away or I wanted to go play with the older guys, I'd go around right there to the Y. The older guys used to just play on this court right here. And the kids, we had to go on that side. And then I used to always come in here, right? I used to sit right here for like a half an hour near the door just watching. As soon as somebody come out, I used to sneak right in. I used to run right in every time. I used to be like this. I used to be like that. Then I used to just run around there, or I run in the bathroom and just stay in the bathroom for a couple seconds. I snuck in so much, they just gave me a membership after that. When I first went to the draft, I had a workout right here. Just everybody stopped doing what they doing. They just sat under the court and watched me work out.
He come in here, we used to go on the back court and had little private workouts. But, that was the beginning of it all.
It was a rough neighborhood. Our children, their only getaway was sports.
He used basketball as his way out.
He could have went any route. And for my son to sit there and say that I'm not going to be a follower, I'm a leader, that's what I like the most about DION.
All my childhood friends would come out here and just play. We had our own league, like 4 or 5 teams. The best thing about this here is you get to see the city behind you too.
Sports in the city is major. That's how people know you, whether old or young, and you know you have arrived when the older guys start picking you.
When he was younger, we called him Headache, because he had to always have the ball in his hand, just dribbling, giving it a headache.
His nickname was Headache because he gave the ball a headache.
Growing up, I had a lot of different nicknames, D-Money, Headache, but then they called me Philly Cheese. The guys in the locker room, you know, anytime I do something, they said, that's that Philly cheese right there, just putting that extra, you know, swag, a little bit of sauce. Right now, we're in South Philly on South Street. We're checking out Ishkabibba's, my favorite cheesesteak place when I come to the city. When I come here, right, I get the turkey burger chop with salt, pepper, ketchup with the fries, a little bit of cheese on there. You know, I'm from Philly. You know, the cheesesteaks and things like that. So Philly cheese, that's what we came up with, and it just stuck. Everybody just calling me Philly cheese now. So I mean, it's a nice name, man.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. For Dion Waiters, everything about his childhood was centered on basketball. He's already shown us some of the places he first started playing at, but there was one court in South Philly where he really took his game to another level. And that's where he takes us next. On the corner of 19th and Washington lies Chew Playground, a park that played an integral role in Dion's childhood.
I really didn't have worries when it came to looking for Dion because I knew where Dion was at. From the time he woke up to the time it was time to come in, he was right here at Chew Playground.
I played football first. You know, football was my first love. I played quarterback, running back, wide receiver, DN, kicker. During football, my mind got shot and I had to stop coming to practice and things like that. I had to, you know, stay home and take care of her. So I had lost my spot. I was like, man, I'm gonna go try to just play basketball then, like, since I lost my spot already, and then after that, I just never looked back. The competition at Chew Playground was a different level. So once I got around there, I just took off.
He could score real well. He was always aggressive, a little flashy, had the nice little crossovers.
Oh, my favorite moment here, I had an and-one dunk. I come down, I cross, and I took it and I just, crowd, everybody was going crazy. It was standing room only.
We had people in the gates, you know, just to see young kids like myself and Dion, who was, you know, trying to make it out, and basketball was our outlet.
I feel though, if I could play here, I could play anywhere.
Chew was more than a training ground for Dion's game. It was a safe haven for the kids of South Philly to bond.
My cousin told me it was another kid from like a few streets down that was better than me. So we met up on my neighborhood and we played, and then after that we just became best friends.
Our best friends growing up, our childhood friend, Ramik, it was one particular game, right? Come down and get like 4 or 5 straight and ones. Back to back to back to back.
Ramik and Dion spent countless hours together on and off the court, developing an unforgettable friendship.
You would think they were actually blood brothers. They hung together that much, like 24 hours.
That was a special night for everybody because, you know, the next year, you know, he had got murdered. So to share that moment, one of my best friends, my closest friends, you know, I gave my son his middle name. You know, my son named Dion Ramik Waiters. That's how much he meant to us.
Dion's game would reach a new level when meeting his AAU coach, Aaron Abbott, known on the team as Coach Fry.
We would go to Chew Playground. We would get the kids to come, let them know like we had practice tomorrow, show up, and Dion showed up. A couple of the guys showed up, and that's how we started forming a team.
Coach Fry took me under the wing and like showed me how to work and really expanded my horizon as far as basketball. We'd be in the gym from 9 to like whatever at night. I built a relationship with him, and then that's how I met Scoop.
Scoop Jardine became not only a mentor to Dion, but they developed a bond that was deeper than basketball.
My cousin, for sure, family member. Blood couldn't even make us no closer.
As he advanced as a player and as a leader, Dion climbed the rankings and his name became known in AAU basketball.
I remember one tournament, it was in Virginia. One game he had like 30, the next game he had 30, averaged 30 for the whole tournament. And then he was like the #1, like 8th grader in the country.
The guys on the team looked up to him because he was such a good player that they gave him that platform to lead us.
I just wanted it so bad, so that's why I just always kept working. Once I got my opportunity, I just took full advantage of it.
When Dion was only in the 8th grade, he met Coach Mike Hopkins from Syracuse University, and shortly after made a commitment to play college basketball.
I didn't know what it was at the time, and like 20 minutes later, you know, like ESPN, rivals, just all called my phone, congratulations on going to Syracuse.
At the time that he committed, he didn't play a high school game yet.
Nobody knew this kid. The only person who knew this kid was Hop, because he was coming down recruiting myself, and DION was really the next one up.
With a commitment to college ball already made, DION's high school development was crucial. His mother made the difficult decision of sending DION out of South Philly to play high school basketball.
I just had a lot of people support and was like, you know, Monique, you have to do this for DION.
And that's where he pretty much learned the hard work of playing and what it took to be even better.
DION attended Life Center Academy in New Jersey for his junior and senior year and finished his high school career ranked second best shooting guard by one national outlet.
As Jardine ahead the Waiters for the Jets.
But new challenges arose as he joined Scoop at Syracuse University.
Syracuse University was a transition from the standpoint of doing it his way and having to do it in a collective way as a group, as a team, as a unity.
It was probably the best thing that happened to me as far as just Coach Boeheim really just giving me that tough love and really making me work for everything.
In the paint, jump stop, and it's in.
Coming off the bench, Waiters had an average of over 12 points per game and was named Big East Sixth Man of the Year.
Here's Waiters. Oh, great spin by Waiters, and he put it in.
At the end of the day, it made me better and more appreciative of, of everything.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. After owning the courts of Philadelphia and spending 2 seasons at Syracuse University, DION Waiters was ready to take the next step in his career and enter the 2012 NBA Draft. With his family and friends present, DION's NBA journey was about to begin.
With the 4th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select DION Waiters of Syracuse University.
When David Stern called my name, it was like, wow, this is real.
It was just like, oh my God, are you serious? He got up and he gave me this big old hug, like a mama bear hug. And it's like, wow, this is amazing.
For everything I've been through, man, just, the ups and downs, it was like one of them like surreal moments.
DION quickly acclimated to the NBA life. In his rookie season, he started 48 games, but also filled in other roles by coming off the bench and doing whatever was necessary for the team.
Here comes DION Waiters, gets inside. Oh, absolutely!
DION was making a splash in the league and was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, received the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month award, and participated in the Rising Stars Challenge at All-Star Weekend in Houston. After 2.5 seasons in Cleveland, DION was part of a 3-team trade that sent him to Oklahoma City.
When I was traded to Oklahoma City, KD and Russ was the first ones to text me. They welcomed me in with open arms, and I just felt comfortable from day one.
3 seconds to shoot. DION will attack and pack it. What a move by Waiters.
Those guys really taught me the true meaning of hard work and being a true professional on an everyday basis and perfecting your craft.
DION made a thunderous introduction into the Western Conference, adding a spark to the team with his minutes and his energy off the bench.
Waiters got a step.
It brought something out of him that people didn't know that he had.
DION went to OKC with a different personality, different mentality, and I think he grew up in OKC because he was actually be a part of something bigger than himself. When you're a part of something bigger than yourself, you know what it's like to win.
The offseason begin for the Miami Heat. Franchise now looking ahead to what they expect to be a bright future.
When I became a free agent, I had to sit back and really reflect and think about what I wanted to do now. And so happened, I was taking a trip to Miami anyway. My agent called me and was like, how you feel about me in Miami?
They couldn't have came at a better time.
The conversation that he had gave him that confidence to say, okay, this is where I want to be.
I want the opportunity. That's why I said I'm going to just bet on myself and double down.
Pocket pick by Waiters, and Waiters down the floor. Waiters coast to coast, layup, and got it to go.
Our relationship with DION really became a symbiotic relationship. He needed us, and we needed him. He came in here and he said, the Heat is where I want to be at. I'm going to buy in, and it showed for him.
It showed in the form of a career year. DION averaged nearly 16 points a game and recorded career highs in rebounds, assists, and three-point percentage.
Once DION figured something out, that's when it's his to take. And when he got to Miami, he figured it out and then he exploded.
3 for the win, got it! Oh, Waiters from
He's tough as nails, and you know, he got a total package of the Heat lifer, and that's why we love him.
He's going to be the same guy, whether we're up, down, whatever. And that's one of the things that I admire about him is just his mindset and his approach.
A long three. Waiters got it! Off the glass and in! DION Waiters from way downtown.
He has such a confidence, and it's something that a lot of people wish that they had.
Into Waiters. A three. Yes! DION Waiters does it again.
That confidence was instrumental to the team's turnaround and helped spark a league-best 13-game win streak. Although, according to a special family member from Philadelphia, the credit for DION's performance comes from her secret marinade.
On that win streak, I had planned my vacation around that time, and I made his special tilapia, and I made him deviled eggs. And when I tell you, DION played like a man with a vengeance.
When I was growing up, we were together every day. She still opened up her house to this day.
Everybody know when there's deviled eggs leaving for Dia.
Alexis is somebody who just been there and is always gonna be there for me no matter what.
For DION, being home with his friends and family who have been there for him his entire life helps him reflect on his NBA journey.
It always humbles you though, being able to sit back like, look how far we came. But we still here.
And DION's not going anywhere yet. In the summer of 2017, he signed his first multi-year deal with the Heat, and it was something that was collectively cherished.
It was a great time for the people that literally watched me like grow up and work hard and really seeing me like putting that work in. It shows, man. Hard work, dedication, stay true to yourself, and everything else will work out.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. In his first season with the Heat, DION Waiters proved to everyone that he could take and make the big shots late in games. His confidence to take those shots never wavers. But to truly understand where that confidence comes from, you must understand DION's story on a more personal level.
From a kid, DION, he had a lot of, some tragedies.
I lost multiple cousins to gun violence, a best friend to gun violence. Ramik, Zaya, Toes, Carl. You know, it was tough, man, just growing up in that environment.
I got shot. So imagine him looking at his mother get shot accidentally.
I remember that night when she got shot, I was sitting up. I was just watching TV, probably like 2, 3 in the morning. I always wait for her to come in. And she ain't come in, so, I'm calling, she not answering her phone. I was going crazy. I was calling, and they told me where she got shot at. They said she's gonna be okay. I was able to like exhale a little bit. You always be scared to lose your parents, especially growing up. That's like one of the worst things you could possibly happen. I didn't see some of the craziest shootouts. Just by being a kid, being outside. The bullet flying past me and my mom's head, she'll tell you. I was young, I was out here, and when the shooting and all that went on, man, my mom was walking this way, the bullets flying past our head, you heard like, psh, psh.
Where we come from, you gotta be tough first.
I might not want everybody to see me very emotional. Sometimes you can't hide it. Like last year, I lost my little brother, Zeke. I ain't never want my son to see me like that. I couldn't hide it. Even though he may think I'm the strongest man in the world, I show him sometimes it's okay to cry.
If you overcame that, it's like nothing can stop you. Nothing is hard, nothing is impossible.
I done seen it all, man. I done been through it all. So I'm not turning nothing down. Because if you would've been through what I've been through, you will understand.
He really grew up where it wasn't easy. For him to be able to make it to where as though he can make an impact in his own city, I think that's really true dear to his heart.
I think it's a big deal for me to get back to the city because, honestly, I didn't really have that growing up. What's up?
How you doing?
What's up, baby?
What's up, bro?
You good? What y'all was doing?
300 kids today will get backpacks that are filled with all their back-to-school necessities. They're allowed to get their hair cut. We have snacks, goodies. We'll have pizza, a Mr. Softy truck, and a chance to even take pictures and interact with DION.
I got you.
Vanilla?
You never know, what a person's really going through. Because I know I've been at my darkest days too. I could put myself in these shoes.
It's a special moment because he's willing to give back to the community and to always teach them that you can always start in poverty and overcome your obstacles and always be somebody.
He loves his community. He's a guy of integrity.
He's like a soft teddy bear. He gonna kill me, I'm saying this, but he just is. He's a sweetheart.
He loves children. Yeah, he really loves children.
It's a big time shot right there. It's a big time shot. I just wanted to be one of them guys who the kids remember that he did that from the heart.
He's different, especially coming back to his community and giving back. Like, that's rare. You never see that. People tell them once you make it out, do not look back. But he's coming back and helping out people that's like less fortunate, is counting out.
Always remember, man, you can do anything you put your mind to. Never let nobody tell you what you can't be. 1, 2, 3. Better than yourself and double that. Philly is so important to me because it embodies who I am. At the end of the day, it's like, man, I'm home. Facts.
The city shows him great love.
Everyone loves him. Everyone. Because he's personable.
Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
You know I'll be following you guys, man.
Yeah. When you've been through what I've been through and still be able to go back home, be with the same people, I think that's more important for them, just to see like, man, he got all this, but he's the same person. Tell us,
Nice seeing you again,
too, man. Appreciate it.
I'm extremely proud of DION because he conquered everything that he said he was going to do.
I'm very proud. I couldn't be no more prouder.
He's a role model now, whether they're young or older. He's a role model.
You see a kid come from where we come from to make it, that's huge for us.
I want to be the motivation to my city, to my family, and I think I'm doing it, and I'm doing it the right way.
DION's passion for where he comes from and for helping people is evident. He never forgets his roots and uses that as motivation to fuel where he is going. While Philly is home, we are happy that DION can now call Miami home as well. And we know that Heat Nation is sure to see that same passion every day on the basketball court. Thank you so very much for watching this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson.